Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum, students and physics enthusiasts. Today's episode concerns photon emission or absorption by atoms. The energies of atoms are quantized. They can have only certain definite values called energy levels. For more details, just stick around, watch and learn. The problem is a hypothetical atom emits a photon of 674 nanometers when it transitions from the second excited level to the first excited level, and a photon of 385 nanometers when it transitions from the first excited level to the ground level. Find letter A, the energies of the first and second excited levels relative to the ground level. And question letter B, find the wavelength of the photon emitted when the atom transitions from the second excited energy level to the ground level. As illustrated in figure 1, a hypothetical atom drops from an initial level I to a lower energy final level F by emitting a photon with energy HF equal to EI minus EF. The product of the Planck's constant H and the frequency F is the energy of the emitted photon. So in this problem, we are given a hypothetical atom that emits a photon with wavelength denoted here by lambda sub 10 equal to 385 nanometers. So this is emitted when the atom transitions from the first excited level to the ground level. We are using the subscript 1, 0 to mean a transition from the first excited level to the ground level. And a photon of wavelength lambda sub 21 equal to 674 nanometers when it transitions from the second excited level to the first excited level. All right? Hence, the notation for this wavelength is lambda sub 21. And we are required to find in part A the energies of the first and the second excited levels relative to the ground level. That is capital E sub 10 and capital E sub 20 respectively. And then in part B, Our target variable is the wavelength of the photon emitted when the atom transitions from the second excited energy level to the ground level, denoted here by lambda sub 20. Moving on to our computations, based on the photon energy equation, E sub I minus E sub F equals HF. In part A, we compute, all right, the photon energy E sub 10, representing the amount of photon energy of the first excited level with respect to the ground level, which is simply the Planck's constant h times the photon frequency f, which in this case we replace f by c, the speed of light in vacuum, over the wavelength lambda sub 10. So substituting the given quantities, we have the energy E sub 10 is equal to 4.136 times 10 raised to the negative 15 electron volts second. This is the value of the Planck's constant h. And then times the speed of light, 3.00 times 10 to the 8 meter per second, and then divided by the wavelength lambda sub 10, which is given in the problem, 385 times 10 raised to the negative 9 power meter. And this simplifies to 0.0322 times 10 raised to the second power electron volts, okay, which is our unit for the energy. This came out after canceling the unit second and meter. So we are only left with the unit electron volts, which of course can also be expressed as 3.22 electron volts. So this is the amount of the energy or photon energy is of 10. The other target variable in part A is the energy corresponding to the second excited level relative to the ground level, or E sub 20. But before that, we first compute the photon energy is of 1, right? Because the photon wavelength given in the problem, lambda 2 sub lambda sub 21, okay, which is equal to 674 nanometer, corresponds to the photon energy emitted when it transitions from the second excited level to the first excited level, right? So that is denoted here by E sub 21, and it's also equal to the product of Planck's constant h and the ratio speed of light in vacuum over lambda sub 1. That is, E sub 1 equals 4.136 times 10 raised to the negative 15 electron volt second multiplied by 3.00 times 10 to the 8 power meter per second, and then divided by the given wavelength lambda uh, sub 1, which is 674 times 10 to the negative 9 meter. So when you do our math, this simplifies to 0.0184 times 10 raised to the second power electron volts, which can also be expressed as 1.84 electron volts. So take note, this is the amount of the photon energy, all right, when the atom transitions from the second excited level to the first excited level. Okay, this is not asked in the problem, but this will help us determine the actual target variable, which is of uh, 2, 0. The second target variable in part A is the energy for the second excited level relative to the ground level, denoted by E sub 2, 0. And little analysis will show that the energy is of 2, 0 is just the sum of is of 2, 1 and is of 1, 0, which we already have determined earlier. So is of 2, 0 is just equal to 1.84 electron volts plus 3.22 electron volts, which of course gives us the value of the energy is of 20 equal to 5.06 electron volts. This is the energy or photon energy of the atom uh, at the second excited level relative to the ground level, that is. Finally, in part B, we find the wavelength lambda sub 20, which corresponds to the photon energy is of 20, right? So this wavelength lambda 2 or lambda sub 20 is also equal to the product of Planck's constant h and the speed of light c divided by the corresponding photon energy is sub 20. That is, lambda 2 sub 0 equals 4.136 times 10 raised to the negative 15 electron volts second multiplied by 3.00 times 10 raised to the 8th power meter per second, and then divided by the computed value for is of 20, which is 5.06 electron volts. So when we do our math, we find uh, lambda sub 20 equal to 2.45 times 10 raised to the negative 7 meter. All right. As usual, our unit for wavelength is meter because the unit electron volts second cancels out, right? And that can also be expressed as 245 nanometers. So this is the wavelength lambda sub 20, right? The wavelength that corresponds to the photon energy E sub 20. Giving emphasis on the key concept applied in this problem, we say that when an atom makes a transition between two energy levels, it either emits a photon if the atom loses energy, or it absorbs a photon if the atom gains energy. The energy of the photon that is emitted or absorbed equals the difference in energy between the two levels. The greater the photon energy, the shorter its wavelength. So on these notes, may I say mabuhay. Until the next episode, MashaAllah. Thank you very much for your indulgence. Please don't forget to subscribe to my